Hey, what's going on, folks? Welcome to Radar Health Reviews. My name's Tim, and I'll be your host in this tossed-together video while I'm cruising through Chicago proper in my semi-truck. Part of the reason that I wanted to take this video while cruising down the road is so that way you could actually see that I am, in fact, gainfully employed. I'm an owner-op. I own and operate my own semi. I make a killing doing what I do, generally speaking, more so than a company driver, and I'm able to put food on the table, clothes on my kids' backs, and keep a roof over their heads, as well as keep up on transportation insurance, normal bills of everyday life, and still have a good chunk left over at the end of the week. So this is an unbiased review of Beyond Tangy Tangerine. I, like most of you, started looking into YouTube and started checking Google for reviews on this product. Being a truck driver, I listen to a lot of talk radio. I mean a lot of talk radio on my XM satellite radio. And a couple of the programs that I would listen to really pushed this Beyond Tangy Tangerine. They pushed Youngevity. And they would set up their stores and they would talk about how well it worked and what it did for them, and I wasn't buying it. Not a word of it, because hey, you know what? They sell this stuff. They get money every time something's sold, every time somebody signs up to sell, and I'm not going to have anything to do with it. It's multi-level marketing, otherwise known to most as a pyramid scheme, and that's not my cup of tea. I like to go out and bust my tail to make my money, and I don't want to be a part of something such as that. And that was my attitude. But there was another radio host by the name of Clyde Lewis that has a program called Ground Zero, and he's an amazing character. I mean, he is just a class act. He really is. And I trust everything that comes out of this man's mouth. He truly is for the people. And Clyde is a downwinder. His family was downwind from the nuclear tests, and due to this, he's had multiple cases of cancer. His health has slipped because of this, because of the radiation that's in his cells. And he was looking for an option, a solution, a fix-all, a cure-all, and he found it in Youngevity. Since he began taking the products and he focused on the weight loss side of things, but with the weight loss, you obviously get the standard minerals and vitamins that you would find in products such as Beyond Tangy Tangerine and Osteoplex, and then you have the ASAP, as slim as possible, that he was taking, and he said that it really helped curb his appetite, and I'm here to tell you, it does. It really does. Kind of going off the beaten path here as far as why you're here for the Beyond Tangy Tangerine. However, I once had a prescription for phentermine or adipex. It depends on which brand name, but it's the second half to the notorious drug from the 80s and 90s, fen. It's smack, it's speed, and you have to go to a doctor to be able to get this, and you have to be, I believe it's 30% BMI, maybe 33, not entirely sure, but I fit the bill either way. And I would get on this for 3 months at a time, and I would yo-yo. As soon as I would come off of it, I would gain like 5 to 10 pounds more than when I started at the beginning of the 3-month cycle. So I was looking for something that was long-standing, that did not have a yo-yo effect, and frankly, that was not smack. Pharmaceutical grade smack prescribed by a physician that gets paid for every one of those prescriptions. I was looking for something different, and I found that in the Youngevity products after the fact, once I began using Beyond Tangy Tangerine and switched up to using the weight loss products. And I'm here to tell you, they've got some new products that are coming out that are just going to blow your socks off with what they are able to do. Not to mention the detox tea that they're coming out. Oh my god. Like, I can't tell you, I'm geeked about it. I am truly geeked about it. It's an exciting time with Youngevity, it truly is. But back to the task at hand. while you're here, Beyond Tangy Tangerine, and I do apologize for the rant there, but it's hard not to talk about these products and just go all different directions. I drive truck for a living, as I said. I don't get a lot of sleep. I'm what they would call an outlaw. I don't necessarily abide by the letter and the spirit of the law. I just do what need be done to get to where I need be. Yeah, if there's any DOT watching this, that's all subjective hearsay. You know, he said, she said, I don't know what you're talking about. But all the same, I drive a lot of hours. I log a lot of miles, and I bust my butt. Even though people think that it's just sitting on your butt and driving, it's quite strenuous. I mean, you can't see the traffic right now, but this in particular stretch of road that I'm on, if it were during the day, daylight hours, it would be bumper to bumper traffic. Stop and go, people cutting in front of you, locking up their brakes. It is tiring. It is physically, emotionally, and mentally draining. And what I've found with taking Beyond Tangy Tangerine, first thing in the morning, 2 scoops in water, because I can stomach the stuff, and I'll touch on the taste of it as well. But I can stomach it because I can shoot whiskey. Some people can't. I'm not saying that it tastes like whiskey, but you need to be able to hold back your gag reflex, I guess, because of the aftertaste from the vitamins and the minerals that are in there. It's a tasty supplement, but it's still a supplement, and some people can't take the taste of supplements. So that being said, I will start my day off with some Beyond Tangy Tangerine, and I will mix it up. I have my mixer bottle on the truck, and I will just add water, put my 2 scoops in, shake her up, and knock her back, and then rinse the cup out for later use. Within 10-15 minutes of taking the Beyond Tangy Tangerine, if I was tired at all, I'm alert. I'm mentally alert. I'm physically alert. It's an amazing thing. This is something that is not accomplished with all of the caffeinated beverages that I would drink. You know, pick your poison. One of my favorites was Blue Monster, and this was made by Full Throttle. It was Blue Agave. It's a really good energy drink. It doesn't taste chemical at all, and that's what I would drink. I would drink countless numbers of those throughout the day. Like, that was it. And I don't have to do that anymore. Like, I'm telling you, I am awake a lot, like way more than I should be. And until I tell my body it's time to go to sleep, I'm bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. How amazing is that? Not to mention the fact that after taking the Beyond Tangy Tangerine, my appetite is dang near squashed out. And I thought at first that that might have been due to the volume of liquid that I was putting in my stomach, but I can't tell you how many times I've slammed like a liter of water. And my big thing is Fiji water. I love Fiji water. I love the taste of it, but the reason that I was attracted to this water, and I didn't even put 2 and 2 together until I started taking the Beyond Tangy Tangerine, but the reason that I really enjoyed Fiji water was due to the mineral content in the Fiji water. It's untouched by man. They have a cistern that is deep beneath the Fiji Islands, and the water is filtered through volcanic rock. All that pumice filtering the water, so it picks up all those minerals, all those nutrients from the earth, and it's left alone in that cistern. Then they pump it out and they bottle it. It's delicious water, and I didn't realize that the reason that I was really attracted to this water wasn't necessarily due to the taste, but the mineral content. I craved Fiji water, quite legitimately craved it, past tense. After I started taking the Beyond Tangy Tangerine, those cravings dissipated. I still drink it because it's water. I drink at least 3 liters of water a day, if not 4, because water is life. It's good for you. But I don't have to drink Fiji. I can drink just regular distilled water or drinking water, whatever I can find. So I would start drinking this water due to the mineral content in it, and you find that in Beyond Tangy Tangerine. But between the alertness, the mental alertness, physical, all of that, you also have the appetite suppression that takes place. Beyond this, let me tell you, I am such an introvert. Like, you put me into a social situation and I can't hack it. I can't go to the store. That used to be me. I started taking Beyond Tangy Tangerine, and then all of a sudden, I'm a social butterfly. I couldn't believe it. Like, I went to the store with my partner, and her and I are at the store, and I'm making goofy noises, and I don't know if you remember the commercial, but this guy would scream, "Wow, that's a low price." You know, we'd be walking down the aisle and there would be people just everywhere. I'd be like, "Wow, that's a low price," you know? And people would look and I wouldn't even care. I was having fun. Like, this lifts my spirits. And I don't know if that's because the chemical makeup in my body has changed, because I'm getting the nutrients and the minerals and the trace elements that I need, that we all need, that are depleted in the soils. Dr. Wallach has a science behind this. I've heard people argue that the man is a veterinarian. Yes, he is. But we're animals. You get this? We're animals. We have the same needs that a chimpanzee or a chihuahua needs. We all need the same type of sustenance in our bodies. And you can get this through Beyond Tangy Tangerine. I never thought that I would be hosting a rave about a product that I heard on the radio that I completely discounted. I swore up and down, this is just another gimmick. This is nothing more than snake oil. This is a soapbox of some guy that's trying to make billions off of multi-level marketing and pitching some product. You've all seen them out there. I mean, you have Internet Amway now. There's another company that's called Advocare. I used to take Advocare products when I was in high school. This is many years ago. And I thought that they were doing wonders for me. The only thing that they did was change my pee color, you know? Which Beyond Tangy Tangerine does, of course. There's vitamins and minerals in there. So expect that. But the other things that are in there are probiotics and prebiotics. It makes you regular. You don't feel bloated. How amazing is that? My fiance takes Beyond Tangy Tangerine, and when she has her monthly visitor, she's not in pain anymore. And it's a very light cycle. Very light. She doesn't have the inflammation that women suffer when they're going through that in particular time of the month. I've turned family members onto this. I have a mother that is a little bit older than I am by far. She's gone through her change, right? So she has a deficiency in certain hormones. She takes the Beyond Tangy Tangerine and she does not have to deal with hot flashes. Like, this is not a cure-all. This is not a, you take it for anything and it's going to cure you. It's not going to do that. But it's going to cure a lot. A lot of ailments that you didn't even know that you had, because you had such a vitamin deficiency, you had such a nutrient deficiency, such a mineral and trace element deficiency. It is insane. But we've known this. We as a people here in the States have known this since the 30s. That our soils have been depleted of all nutrients. That's why we use alternative means of fertilization for the fields. They still do crop rotation, absolutely, but you see it every day. The tractor pulling the big tank that's full of fertilizer, and they're spraying it down. They're spraying down nitrogen. They're putting copper into the ground. They're doing all these things that should not need to be done, but we've raped the earth of the nutrients that are in there. And this mineral mine that Dr. Wallach found that has all these ancient trace minerals and vitamins. Oh my God. It's so good for you. It is so unbelievably good for you. And I'm not doing a sales pitch here. I want to help people feel how I feel. It is unbelievable. I spoke to a man after Clyde Lewis started selling this stuff. I looked into it and I called and I spoke to a man. I really didn't care speaking to him. He tried the take it away sales approach with me. And before I drove truck, I was in the sales field. Sold used cars, out of all things. But I was in sales, and I know his approach. I know what he was going for. So I didn't buy into it. But then again, I heard Clyde talk about it, and I jumped on board. And I went through his website, and I signed up to become a distributor. I'm not a CEO level distributor. I'm not in the Diamond Club or anything like that. Like, I'm just Joe Schmo Public. And the reason that I did this is because I wanted the discount. You can get the discount 2 different ways. You can either sign up for auto ship, or you can become a distributor. I didn't like the first option because I don't like somebody else having control over my money in such a way. So I signed up for a distributorship. I paid $25 to get 30% off retail for the products. I would pay quadruple every single day to feel this way. Like, this is better than any illicit substance that I have ever partaken on. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, I had a misspent youth, and the way that I feel, it's like I'm high on life. I feel love and joy, and just everything just spews out of me. Why wouldn't I want to share this? It is such an amazing product. Just beyond Tangy Tangerine alone is worth getting invested with this company. So long as they make products, I will buy their products. And I've never been a health food nut. I've never been a health nut, period. I used to work out when I was in high school and coming out of high school. Worked out a lot, actually. And I never felt this good. I'm steadily losing weight. My overall well-being has increased exponentially. I can't tell you how many times over. And one of the things that this guy did tell me, this sales rep, this director, this person that was over Clyde that I got directed to when I called the number, the one thing that he said is, you will experience profound changes. And profound, that is such an empowering word. Profound is something you can't explain. And listen to me talk. I may be putting some pieces of the puzzle out there, but it's hard to put the puzzle together and see the whole picture. It's profound. The changes that have taken place in me are just amazing. And I have Dr. Wallach to thank and his products. It's my mission in life to first and foremost be the best father that I can be. Secondly, be the best partner that I can be to my spouse. And thirdly, share youngevity with the world. If you liked this review, there will be more. Please subscribe to this channel and share it with your friends and family.